A blanket of mist clung to the forgotten city. It swathed the crumbling towers and choked the deserted streets. Silence hung heavy in the air, thick and absolute. This was a place where time had ceased to exist. A place reclaimed by nature and forgotten by man. The city was a skeleton of its former glory. Buildings stood precariously, their once bright facades now cracked and weathered. Windows gaped like empty eye sockets, staring out at the encroaching wilderness. Nature had begun to reclaim its dominion, tendrils of ivy snaking up walls, roots burrowing deep into the cracked pavement. A low, deep drone resonated from the heart of the city. It was a sub-bass rumble, a sonic shadow of the metropolis's final exhalation. It pulsed through the fog, vibrating the very ground beneath one's feet. This was the death rattle of a civilization long gone, a haunting reminder of what once was. The sound was not mechanical, not precisely. It was organic, like the groaning of the earth itself. It spoke of immense power, now dormant, a sleeping giant whose slumber was filled with unsettling dreams. And woven into this sonic tapestry, a mournful synth drone stretched out, a continuous low hum that spoke of ages past and the slow, inevitable march of decay. Every sound in this forgotten city was amplified, stretched and distorted by an immense echoing reverb. It was as if the very air itself was haunted, unable to let go of the echoes of the past. The rustle of wind through shattered windows became a mournful sigh, the drip of water in a cavernous hall a resonating gong. The reverb clung to every note, every whisper of sound, blurring the lines between reality and spectral echo. It was an aural reminder of the city's emptiness, each sound reverberating into the infinite void where life and laughter once thrived. Faint, broken melodies drifted through the fog-choked avenues. They were like whispers from lost souls, fragments of songs sung in a forgotten tongue. They rose and fell with the wind, their source always just out of reach, their meaning lost to the passage of time. Were these the echoes of laughter, of conversations long past, or the remnants of music that once filled the air? The melodies were melancholic, tinged with an unspeakable sadness, each note a tear in the fabric of time. They tugged at the edges of perception, hinting at stories untold, of lives lived and lost within the city's silent embrace. Section 5. The Language of Decay. The city had its own language, a symphony of decay. There were the sharp, sudden sounds of shattered glass crunching underfoot, each step a percussive beat in the eerie silence. The groan of rusted metal as the wind rattled a loose sheet on its frame added a dissonant harmony. These sounds were jarring, unexpected intrusions in the oppressive quiet, yet they were also strangely fitting, a stark reminder of the relentless grip of time and the ephemeral nature of all things. They were the city's voice, a testament to its slow, inevitable demise. Time moved differently in the forgotten city, or perhaps it didn't move at all. The slow tempo of the deep drone, the drawn-out reverb, the way sound seemed to linger in the air. It all contributed to a sense of suspended animation. Every tick of the clock, if there were a clock to tick, seemed to stretch into an eternity. There was no rush, no sense of urgency, only the slow, deliberate decay of all things. The city existed outside the normal flow of time, a place where past, present and future blurred into a single eternal moment. Light struggled to penetrate the dense fog that shrouded the city. Buildings loomed out of the mist like phantoms, their details obscured, their forms shifting and changing in the diffused light. Shadows stretched and danced, creating an ever-changing tapestry of darkness and light. The interplay of light and shadow lent the city an ethereal, otherworldly quality. It was as if one had stepped into a half-remembered dream, where nothing was quite as it seemed. The familiar became strange, the mundane transformed into something beautiful and terrifying. Despite the chilling atmosphere, the forgotten city exerted a strange allure. There was beauty in its decay, a haunting poetry in its silence. Perhaps it was the vastness of the emptiness, the sheer scale of forgotten dreams that drew one in. Or maybe it was the mystery, the unanswered questions that whispered on the wind. What stories did these crumbling walls hold? What lives were lived and lost within these deserted streets? The city stood as a silent monument to a forgotten past, beckoning the curious to unravel its secrets. The forgotten city was more than just a collection of decaying buildings. It was a time capsule, a snapshot of a civilization frozen in its final moments. It was a reminder of the fragility of existence, the inevitability of decay, and the enduring power of silence. But it was also a place of strange, eerie beauty, a testament to the enduring power of nature and the haunting allure of the unknown. The city stood as a silent sentinel, a guardian of forgotten memories, beckoning those brave enough to venture within to bear witness to its haunting majesty.